is toxic. But whenever the word toxic is announced, it's its fault or just the woman's fault. And no one wants to own that the relationship is dysfunctional and toxic because both of you guys said and did a bunch of shit every step of the way to get it to this boiling point. But if you find yourself going to sleep at night, feeling like you're sleeping with the enemy did not arrive at being in your bed on their own. The enemy is the enemy that you created in your significant other. No different than she created the enemy in you. I didn't get insecure on my own. I don't lose sleep. I didn't become this possessive on my own. I have not become this verbally abusive on my own. It's what you say to me. It's what I say to you. It's what we say to each other. So then when things get to a breaking point, it blows up, it implodes, then things break down and they fall apart. This is what happens in friendships between you and your homies. This is what happens in friendships between you and your girl. This is what happens between relationships and business. There are some people in my life they don't know it. Rather I'm at fault or they're at fault. There's some relationships that's got some bad news coming. There's some people that's going to be completely shocked. There's some people that's going to be not shocked because of the news, not shocked because I didn't give them every sign and indication and warning that the day was coming. They're going to be shocked because they have convinced themselves that nothing about my existence could ever proceed without them. You know, the arrogance of, what you gonna do without me? You know how many managers I've had to say that to me? You know how many agents have said that to me? You know how many lawyers have said that to me? You know how many girlfriends, homies that I grew up with, friends, you know how many people have said to me, what are you gonna do without me? And as much as that's supposed to motivate you, it doesn't motivate me at all. What are you gonna do without me? If I'm being honest, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do without you. But one thing that I do know is that I'm gonna have no choice but to figure it out. People have became so familiar, so comfortable, they're not even trying to pull it together. They're not even trying to stay on top of their game. They're not even trying to stay sharp. there's almost arrogance. They have convinced themselves of some type of a codependency. Of some type of codependency where everything about you would not exist or be able to stay afloat or proceed or forge ahead or move forward in any capacity without them. And that same arrogance is what has caused a lot of people to be at home wondering, how did I not notice how special and how magical and how wonderful and supportive and beautiful the heart was in that man? Flawed. I can be pretty mean sometimes. Far from perfect. I can say and do some mean shit sometimes. But how is it possible that anybody could find themselves getting so familiar where they convince themselves that if you ever tried to exist and function and proceed and progress and move forward without me, you're going to go to the bottom. You're going to sink. Well, I am going to sink, but not for long. It's not that often that you could say that somebody has been in your life and they've actually changed your life more than you've changed theirs. That's not always the case with me. I mean, let's go down the list for a second. Insecure people and fragile people will be arrogant. Insecure and fragile people will be very, very insecure and fragile about the things that I'm about to say. But it's my truth. I'm handsome. I got a smile that'll light up any room I walk into. I have a level of people skill that I have tapped into over the course of my life where I can be around the darkest, most evil, ghetto monsters, all the way up to white and middle class, all the way up to sheikhs and royals, billionaires, millionaires, and some of the most powerful political figures to ever walk the face of the earth. And I know how to coexist fluidly on all sides. I've been around some of the weakest links and figured out a way to empower them. I've been around some of the most powerful people with more money than I could ever have or probably ever see in the face of the earth. And I've got them out of depressions, some of the saddest, darkest places they have slipped into, and money and materialistic things could never fix it. But God used me to pull them out of those places. Hold their hands, talk to them. Remind them that there are some still good people left in this world. You find yourself being frustrated that you show up for them. You jump over oceans and lakes and mountains for them. And then when you need them, they won't even jump over a small little puddle to show up for you mentally, financially, emotionally, psychologically. And when they say, I'll pray for you, they don't even pray. Hey man, I'm gonna pray for you, bro. I'm sorry you're going through that. I'm gonna pray for you. They don't even pray. So, my New Year's resolution is a combination of a lot of different things. I'm gonna become more selfish this year. I'm already selfish. I'm gonna become more selfish. There's a gentleman that I knew that used to be my mentor. And he was able to say something very powerful and profound. He said, most of us, not verbatim, but this is the gist of what he said. Most of us are so drained and wiped out. And we're going above and beyond to pour into people. And all they do is drain you, train you, and drain you of everything that you have. And then when you actually sit still and you look at what you're getting in return, what you're actually getting in